Why? Happy hump day, also known as Wednesday. Now, really didn't want to make this video because I didn't think it needed to be made. But I went back to one of my old tweets or a Twitter thread, and I'm just dumbfounded. I am absolutely dumbfounded by this. By the way, just before I get too deep into the weeds, it was about 58 degrees on my thermometer in my car here in the sunny Austin. It was just pretty much last week. It was freezing. My trees had ice on it. Austin crashed and burned with their response. We're still feeling the blowback of it. I still see tree debris on the side of the road. But with that, I mean, all this is related to that, to be honest. And we're just going to go read this Twitter thread. This person pretty much hijacked it. According to this, Texas National Guard works day and night to detect and stop criminal activity at our border. This was February 5th as Austin froze. And I know Austin wasn't the only city that froze, but we actually had over 50% of the outages, or about 50% of the outages statewide. Of course, this person is Kristen Wells. What's even more criminal, the fact that you're not speaking on the thousands of Texans without power right now, holding energy accountable. But of course, me being me, sometimes I get a little trollish. You know this is not his role, right? Austin created this mess. He made sure the grid was working and Austin Energy failed us again. He also did speak on it by declaring a national disaster for the county. That's right. Then, of course, this person, probably another troll. Get rid of them damn Nazis. Whatever, dude, to my knowledge, there's still rapists roaming around our streets. Yeah, we got one as POTUS. What's your point here? Trumpism pretty much goes over here. You're right here. Biden's currently opposed and the rapist, so there's that. Man, I really need to learn how to type properly. But what does rapist have to do with Austin Energy failing in Austin? And also, by extension, Austin City Council. The City Council of Austin, because they own Austin. Then, of course, I pretty much wanted to end the conversation here, but no conversation to be had. The liars, good day. Go figures, have yourself a wonderful day. Your opinions on Governor Abbott are now mute. Then, of course, she goes in. I have no power in my family to care for. My day will not be wonderful. P.S. I am a victim survivor. Do you know what it feels like when the lights go out and the alarm systems aren't working? That's rhetorical. Go F yourself. She's coming at me very hostile. Very hostile, and it's a telltale sign. I don't even know if this is her real face. I don't really care. Then, of course, I said, then go blame the city council for not having power and blame Austin Energy for not having power. Stop using your victim card to win nonsense battles. You're the one that brought up the victim thing. Not sure how it relates to you not having power, which I still stand by that. Then, of course, it goes on. I said, then go blame the people responsible, the city council, and Austin Energy. Then go after DA, District Attorney Jose Garza for letting those people go free. One of many gems to be found here under Jose Garza. Do you support this? There's more than just one. Man pleads guilty, gets a very light sentence. And of course, she responds with this video. Now, I don't really expect people to really listen to me. I am one of many people. But it gets worse. I mean, definitely gets worse. Not from her. Another person chimes in. Then we get this another gem where Jose Garza, do you support this as well? Or are you just a hypocrite and calling out the GOP when they say stupid things? Will he call out DA Jose Garza? And this is where the retardness comes in. This is the culture I'm talking about. This is the danger of the binders that pisses me off. It really does piss me off. This is nonsense what this person responded with. Additional evidence gathered throughout the course of the investigation made it clear that the facts do not support the initial allegation. But he pleaded guilty. She lost the baby 3 days later from the placenta abruption. If you knew anything about the law, you would know that that could happen at any time. The cause is unknown in most cases, but the risk factors may include maternal high blood pressure, abdominal trauma, or substance misuse. If they can't prove the abruption was due to the trauma, they cannot be blamed him because the passage of time, it seems like these are factors unknown to the public that resulted in the decision. You clearly don't understand how the laws work. I do, and you could go get bent. Go get bent. Leslie, get help. I don't care what the law says. I don't care. You're making excuses. This dude attacked his pregnant girlfriend, killing unborn child, and will not serve jail time. He takes a plea deal of beating a pregnant girlfriend. You know what tribalism is? Tribalism, the organization, culture, or beliefs of a tribe, strong feeling of identity with a loyal to one's tribe or group. If you're not willing to call out everybody, you're part of a tribalism. And guess what? It happens on both sides. It happens on the left. It happens on the right. It happens on the center. Happens with the Green Party. Happens with the Libertarians. It happens everywhere. If we're not going to call out the disgusting behavior of monsters because it hurts your party, that's tribalism, and that is causing a rift within America's moral standards because it shouldn't be, oh, we don't know that his beating caused the death of that child. Unborn child. So he shouldn't be charged with it. Oh, he should be walking free because he assaulted his girlfriend. We don't need to put him in behind prison because of Abbott's bad. Abbott said he's going to eliminate rape in the state of Texas. He said something retarded. I admit it. He said something retarded, unable to achieve. It was a soundbite to make him sound all tough when he's on his wheelchair, because he's not willing to make a stand for anything. But I get that. I have criticisms of Abbott. But when you're making excuses from a person that beat his girlfriend to not serve jail time, we have a problem. We have a desperate problem of morals. I'm not even going to respond back to this chick because it's not going to be worth my time, because she's probably going to say some BS. I don't know if it's a she. It could be a male. I know males could have Leslie as a name, but it doesn't really matter. The fact that they're so anti-GOP, so anti-Abbott, they don't want to call out the city. They don't want to call out the DA for making these decisions. And you want to hide behind, it's the law. No, I remember back in the day when I was growing up, if a man beat his girlfriend and lost a child, he would have been on murder charges and be behind bars for a good amount of time. That wasn't too long ago. That was about 10 years ago, actually. So I don't know what's changed. The tribalism is eroding the moral fabric of what standards are. It's both on both sides. You got the Trump tribalism, you got the Santos tribalism, you got the Biden tribalism, you got the whatever tribalism, saying that our party can't do no wrong, but your party isn't wrong. But we're just going to ignore our party because they're fighting for us, which is nonsense. We should hold everybody to account. And also, this video was also brought because, KLBJ Austin, or I think it's News Radio KLBJ. I was listening to them with Mark and Melinda, and there's this person that called in saying that half of the people are not going to listen to it, referring to the hearings about Twitter. Half the people are just going to ignore it, don't think it applies to them because it's the other party being slandered. And this guy had an anecdotal conversation that he's talking to his neighbor, saying that the neighbor was pissed off at Abbott for the grid failing. Come to find out, this really wasn't the grid that failed. It was Austin Energy that failed to keep up with the vegetation management. But this neighbor refused to pass the blame to Austin. Austin could do no wrong because Austin is a liberal city and she is liberal. She votes blue no matter who. Well, you know what? You're going to vote blue until you're blue. And it's not because you're out of breath, it's because you're cold. You're going to turn blue because you're dead, because you have no power in the middle of winter, because you refuse to vote for people to hold Austin Energy accountable. You're going to vote blue no matter who refuses to do audits, who are so against audits. See, we want an audit. There's sensible people that want audits of our government. And we're being told by the people that vote blue no matter who, those candidates get into power and says, no, we don't need an audit. We have an auditor. Why do we need to pay for a third-party auditor? Everything's fine. Winter comes around and we are freezing cold because we have no power, no water, and we're on our 10th boil water nose, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not being a little hyperbolic here. But these people need to change their voting habits. These people need to stop being tribalism, be a little bit more independent, and call out both sides. Because unless both sides don't get called out, we're going to continue down the destructive path to where neither side are held accountable because you got enough people supporting either side that we can't hold them accountable. Either we have standards or we have no standards. And double standards is no standards. That being said, that is my video. Leave a comment down below. Do you know someone that is highly tribalism that won't call out their own party? I'm willing to call out both parties. Or any party, to be that matter of fact. I'm willing to call out any party. Even parties I don't agree with, I'll be willing to call them out. Or stand up for them. It doesn't really matter. Parties I agree with, I'll definitely call them out. And parties that are being targeted, I'll definitely help them. With that being said, leave a comment down below if you have any anecdote stories like that. Be interested to read them. That being said, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.